Okay, in this revision video we're going to look at how we estimate area. Okay, keyword is estimate. We are not going to do any calculations. There will be no use of any formulas and multiplication to work out the areas. We've got to estimate. Okay, so we've got to count the squares, right? And the rule is that you only count a square if it is half or more. Okay, don't put any squares together to try and make one. You count it if it's half. You don't count it if it's less than half. Okay, so in this question, you can see this top row. Those are all less than half in the shape, in this leaf shape. I'm not going to count those. I'm going to go to the second row. And I'm not going to count that one because it's less than half. But I am going to start counting from there. So show the examiner you have counted and not calculated. Okay, so put a little dash or a mark in each one. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so I count that to be 15 squares. Okay, the examiner can see that I've counted because I've put these little dots in here. I've done no multiplication. Okay, so let's make sure I write my answer in the correct place in the exam paper. 15, question done. Okay, so don't count them if they're less than a half. Okay, don't be tempted to put things like these two together to make one. Answer is 15. The examiner will have quite a large tolerance on this. Okay, so probably in this question it'll be any answer between 12 and about 18 would have been accepted. Okay, so if you counted that maybe that was half, you would still get the 2 marks for the question. Okay, this question is slightly different. We've got 2 parts to it. Okay, first part's slightly harder, it's worth an extra mark. First part, part A, is very similar to the last example. Okay, we've got to show the examiner we've counted squares, so we're going to mark on the ones that are more than a half. So by doing this, I'm going to count them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. Okay, I counted that to be 38 squares. Okay, again, there'll be quite a large tolerance in this. I probably guess there'd probably be 5 either side of that. So anything between 33, that's not very good, 3, and 43 would get the 2 marks on there. Okay, you can see that I've counted by putting the dots in, and I've got an area that's somewhere between 33 and 43. Okay, part B is slightly harder because it now brings in scale, but the same process. We've got to count squares because we're estimating, but what we will do at the end is we'll use this little fact at the end of the sentence that the area of each square is 4 meters squared to calculate the area of the path. So we only count them, be methodical, go across in rows, okay, only count them if they are more than half a square. Okay, so off we go, we start counting. Not counting any in the top row, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and you carry on counting. Okay, I counted that, we got through all the way to the end, that there were 56 squares in the path. Okay, now 56 squares, remember each one of those squares is 4 meters squared. So I now need to do 56 times 4 to get my third and final mark. Okay, in this mark I'd be on 2 already, but I've now got to try and multiply it by 4, okay, to get 56 times 4, so 4 times 50 is 200, 6 times 4 is 24, so that's 224. Not very good, 4 centimeters squared.